So the first thing I'd like to put to you is, where do you think this current fashionability of the flat earth model came from? Because over the past 18 months or so, it seems to have come out of nowhere in terms of, taken on its own life in recent times. And it's led a lot of people to suspect that it may be some kind of psyop orchestrated by the CIA and NASA and who knows what other organisations to kind of lead truth seekers up the garden path and keeping them distracted from looking at other real world issues, and also to discredit anything else they might have to say once they nail their colours to the flat earth mast. What would be your reaction to that suggestion, first off? And where do you think this current fashionability for the flat earth model came from?
Well, it springs from the fact that people are awakening, you see, and there's no fear to spread forth the truth anymore. People are sick of the lies, and this is the biggest of all the lies. So if it's a psyop, it goes back to the Vedic wisdom. It goes back to the Bible then, and then it goes back to the Mayans and the Babylonians and the Egyptians and the Chinese and the Nordic and the Druidic and the ancient Roman and the Hebrew and all those systems. They are all geocentric. And so what you'll find is that in the dark age of the Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, which really began a couple of thousand years ago, you could say, the materialist philosopher came forth, and the spiritualist was pretty much vanquished. And that period of the parting of the ways is exemplified with Plato and his student Aristotle. Aristotle parted to create the materialistic philosophical peripatetic school, where the philosophers would walk and contemplate the nature of the material universe walking around the cinder track, whereas Plato went off to teach the true transcendental Platonic theology, which is transcendental science. So transcendental science and pseudoscience have been at war for many thousands of years, and the psyop is actually the globe, the ball. This is the worship of Baal, the worship of the ball. It's Baal worship. It's false. It's always been known to be false. We don't live on a ball. We're not spinning around. The centrifugal forces around the equator would be much, much stronger than people living in northern parts of Canada or Alaska. Where's the differential? You can't feel it. You go to Ecuador, there's no difference. You should be flying off like a merry-go-round, or like one of those little turntables where they put little children on them. The centrifugal pressure pushes you outward, not inward, as hocus pocus gravity would would teach. We're supposed to be stuck to the globe, whereas the 1,000 miles an hour, faster than the speed of sound, rotating centrifugal forces at the equator should fling you off into the heavens. And gravity should be so heavy at the poles, because there's no centrifugal force, it's total crock. There's no ball, there's no bail.
These are some of the most difficult things for globe Earth theorists to debunk, particularly the one where we're told that the Earth is spinning at a rate of, 1,100 miles an hour or something, and the average intercontinental flight is something like 550 miles per hour. So on that basis, if you're travelling from west to east, how do flights ever reach their destination when the Earth is travelling faster than they are? And as you've said, you're in Australia right now. I'm speaking to you from England. You should be upside down from me, and you're stuck to the globe by gravity or whatever it is, but you are, to all intents and purposes, upside down, and all the buildings in all the cities are upside down, and all the cars are driving upside down. How is that possible? These are the most difficult things to debunk, I feel, for those that do stick to the traditional model.
Oh, they haven't got a hope, because it's indoctrination that they're defending to the death, and stupidity and hocus pocus, honky shonky wonky, dodgy bodgy, bogus pseudoscience of demon worship. It's
the Vatican. But you can bet on it.
Pure demon worship. It's filthy. It's atheist. It is against the creator and intelligent design, and it's designed to make us stupid, to think we live on a stone flying flinging around upside down and twirling and all sorts of hocus pocus junk. And people believe it because it's taught in the universities. We've been hijacked by demons. There's an infestation of demons on this
The Vatican. But you can bet on it.
Here we are looking again towards Lake Michigan. That's another river that flows in the Mississippi. And look at that. This is incredible. Lake Michigan, Lake Winnebago, Green Bay. Unbelievable distances here, folks. Unbelievable. Keep watching. Now the main dark river there, that's Mississippi. Now we're starting to pan a little bit more.